Guys, deluded, I'm back again. Now, I was sat here thinking about it, and then I consulted a couple of my footballing friends, and we had an interesting debate, and it threw things up. Obviously, in life, you've got to focus on your weaknesses. You've got to focus on what you're good at and things. And we know that. But when you look beyond the hood of things, how much time do you dedicate to your weaknesses at the expense of what you're good at? Now, again, obviously, you need to improve your weaknesses to become an all-rounded individual. But even in life, away from football, if a lot of these artists and musicians and actors and even away from them glamorous positions, just about anyone, if they didn't chase what they're good at or focus on what they're good at, and instead put all their times into trying to be something they're not or something that they haven't got skills for, would they achieve this success? Like Cristiano Ronaldo, of course he's worked on his weaknesses, holding on to the ball too long and all of these things. Don't get me mistaken, people, clearly. But if I'm sure there is other parts of his game that he could have improved more at the expense of giving less time to his free kicks, where he is maybe not of recent years, but his trademark free kicks or his trademark runs, or when he was that guy dribbling and twisting up, man. If he didn't focus or give a maximum amount of time to perfecting them sort of skills that makes him things that he's renowned for, and instead focused on the bunch of weaknesses that every player has, how good would he have been? Cesc Fabregas, we know he's improved defensively, but his strengths are not defensive. If he focused how much effort on being competent defensively, would he be able to excel as much as he would with what he's known for, the balls over the top and things like that? Do you get where I'm going? Toni Kroos, he's amazing, and this goes for a number of midfielders. He can defend, but more often than not, if the game's not going their way, and he can't assert himself and do the Toni Kroos passing and dictating the tempo. If he focused on being one of these players that are skilled at winning the ball back and putting a foot in, would he have this supreme accuracy and things that he doesn't? If Ozil listened to all these, even though he does all this tracking back and flying into tackles, would he be so excellent at making movement and all the creative aspects that come with it? Paul Scholes couldn't tackle to save his life, as much as I love him. But if he focused on improving his tackling, would he have that excellent passing range and things that he's renowned for? Again, I'm not saying you don't need to improve your weaknesses. Clearly you do. But when you look beneath the bonnet of asking yourself that question, or asking the question of working on your weaknesses, how much time or effort do you dedicate specifically to that at the expense of what you're actually good at? Because I do believe you need to improve your weaknesses in life, but by the same logic, I also believe, and for myself as well, forget what you're bad at and focus on what you're good at. So I guess it's balanced. Like Modric and Silva, creative players also back up this logic as well. Like, of course you need to improve, but how much time do you devote to your weaknesses? How much do you divide and neglect focusing on improving or adding upon things you're actually good at the expense of trying to become good at your weaknesses? Because because you have seen footballers, or specifically midfielders, that are good at that are okay at everything. They don't stand out for anything. They're good at passing and things like that, but they don't necessarily stand out for anything. Where you got the likes of Kroos, Modric, Cesc, Ozil, all these names, even Kevin, that they might have obvious weaknesses, or they might be rubbish defensively or whatever, not to say they are, just to make the point, but they're extremely world class going forward and things like that, but through working on their strengths. And it's not just him, there's many players there's weaknesses of. There's strikers that have problems scoring goals. It's crazy, and that's definitely a weakness you should work on, but they're good at general play. There's defenders who are crap at defending, fullbacks who are crap at defending, who cannot defend, who cannot mark, who cannot follow runners, who don't pull out wide and things like that, don't do the basic things of being a fullback. But they're excellent to their team because they're essentially, with today's evolution of a fullback, they're essentially another winger, and they're crossing and assisting. So what I say is that if I was one of them fullbacks, which I was a fullback, yeah, I might be poor defensively on my back to go, and at the end of the day, the defender is a defender. But I'm excelling so much, and I'm so vital going forward, and I'm doing so much going forward. Is there any point focusing on these weaknesses and devoting more time to these weaknesses at the expense of perfecting even more what I'm good at, making runs, link up play, and all of these sort of things with it being an attacking fullback? I don't know, people. So yeah, man, I don't know, but guys, that's the end of this. Get in the comments if you got anything, man. Guys, deluded. Get in the comments, subscribe, do the rest. Hit me up some questions for the Q&A. Like it for me, subscribe. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And if you subscribed, hit that bell, man. Make sure you get alerts for my uploads. Guys, deluded, the best YouTuber at this, the greatest YouTuber at this. I'm out.